What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. Alright, now let's get into it. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at Jujutsu Kaisen, and this is a video that's kind of going to be like, why is Jujutsu Kaisen so popular? And I kind of wanted to do this video because like Jujutsu Kaisen is very simple. It's very simple and it sticks to the code of shonen, and I can see why this anime or this manga or the story in general is very popular right now. So I'm just going to be explaining a little bit of that, but before we do, if you guys could subscribe and hit the like button. We're almost to 100 subscribers. Yeah, go ahead and do that if you aren't already. I think the YouTube statistics said there's about 90% that aren't subscribed. Question is, what makes Jujutsu Kaisen so popular? Jujutsu Kaisen is basically like any other shonen out there. It's about a group of kids that are going through a high school where they go and exercise demons using demon techniques. Doesn't that sound about like almost 50% of the shonen out there? I can name a lot right now. I can name Yu Yu Hakusho, Naruto, basically, you know, a lot of the Bleach sounds very similar to Bleach. Demon Slayer, you know, the multi-popular, all over the world novel that's been going crazy, breaking records all over the place. Sounds a lot like Demon Slayer. But what makes Jujutsu Kaisen different from them? What makes Jujutsu Kaisen popular? One of the things that I think that makes Jujutsu Kaisen popular is because that there's action. There's action in almost every one of the episodes. And not to get it confused, because there's a lot of action in, let's say, God of High School, but nobody really liked God of High School for certain reasons. We had no idea what was going on, what they were fighting for. It just felt like a lot of people were just fighting just to fight, right? But in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's kind of like God of High School. There's actually a story to it. So that's why a lot more people would gravitate towards Jujutsu Kaisen more than, you know, God of High School. And, you know, that's no fault to, you know, the original novel of God of High School. I'm just talking about the anime. But Jujutsu Kaisen is balls to the wall action. There's just action all over the place. They're fighting here, they're fighting there, they're fighting over there, they're fighting over there. It's just back-to-back action. There's no like real, you know, screwing around. There's no like filler. There's no, you know, oh, we're gonna do this, you know, we're just gonna, you know, take a break. But Jujutsu Kaisen is just action, 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 action. It's just keep on hitting you with fights and fights and fights and fights. And that's one of the reasons why Jujutsu Kaisen is so popular, because there's action, 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 but they have a story, they have some story plots that explain why these people are fighting and what's going on in the general story. And, you know, to talk about the story isn't anything too serious, I would say. You know, there's a unique twist on the shonen, you know, that Yuji, he's this guy that has this like ultra powerful Jujutsu sorcerer in him, the host of it. And this isn't like, you know, the kiddie Naruto thing. This is an actual like almost demon type of thing that when it comes out, it's just going to destroy the fucking entire world. And he basically knows that at the end of his journey, he's going to have to die because Sukuna is in him, and he's going to have to, you know, take the sacrifice so nobody has to deal with him anymore. And I think that's a cool, you know, unique way on the shonen, because, you know, shonen is, you know, it's kind of gravitated towards kids, so it kind of feels like, you know, oh, friendship and everything. And Jujutsu Kaisen really isn't like that. It is in some type of parts, but it's a lot darker than most type of animes. Or I would say that it's, you know, very similar to Chainsaw Man in a way that the Jujutsu world is very dark. Like a lot of the fights that they get into, you kind of have a sense of danger. You kind of have a sense of mortality. Like if these guys don't like win, they could, you know, end up very hurt or crippled, or, you know, they could die from this said event. And that's why I think that Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, gets people on their feet. It keeps people's attention. And that's why people keep on coming back for more and more. Biggest reason why people like Jujutsu Kaisen, they like Jujutsu Kaisen because of the side characters. A lot of the side characters are just badass. Like, there's no other way to put it. Every fight these guys are in, every frame they're in, you know, they're talking about, you know, the way that they've, you know, gained the techniques, the way that they live their life. One of these side characters are really relatable, like Nanami, Gojo, Todo, Maki. A lot of these characters, like it feels like every single like favorite character you've ever had in anime are like all in Jujutsu Kaisen. They just came, and every like personality type or every badass personality type is in Jujutsu Kaisen. Literally all the side characters are like fan favorites. Like I feel like every side character is a good case for you to like the show. Like just one side character is a good case for you to like the show. And that's kind of why people like the show so much, because all of the characters are developed through the story. All of them have unique backgrounds, unique stories, and all of them are like interjointed into the series. They all have frames, you know, they don't just get forgotten like, you know, 600 episodes down the road. That's kind of one of the biggest reasons why people like it, is because, you know, you got Gojo being a badass, you got Maki being a badass, you got the Panda being a badass, you got Todo being a badass, you got literally everybody. There's something to like about every character in Jujutsu Kaisen. So that's why it's so popular. Even though there's so many shonen that are similar to Jujutsu Kaisen, it does the job well done. And that's kind of why everybody likes Jujutsu Kaisen. Let me know why you guys like Jujutsu Kaisen. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure to subscribe and hit the like button if you guys haven't already, alright? Peace.
Go.